Amazon may be crushing its brick-and-mortar competitors in a number of sectors in the retail space, but the online company is still struggling with its fashion sense with a very important shopping block. Analysts see Amazon becoming America's largest clothing retailer by next year, surpassing even Macy's and Nordstrom's. But exclusive brands still hesitant to sell on Amazon due to Amazon's reputation as a discounter. They don't like all the cuts to their prices. And it could leave an opening for some brick-and-mortar stores, but they don't seem to be taking advantage. Joining me now, Christine Hunsaker, founder and CEO of online clothing subscription service Gwynnie Bee. Let's tell the viewer a little bit about you. And you had two tech startups that you sold to Facebook and Yahoo, and now you've really caught the retail sector, but you've caught the imagination. It's on fire. I mean, I see it online about people talking about what you're doing. Explain first what Gwynnie Bee is.
So Gwynnie Bee is a online rental service for women's sizes 10 to 32.
So in other words, what percentage of the population out there is not being basically, you think, serviced by retailers in terms of their sizes?
So typically, what you'll see is the statistic that 67% of American women, adult American women, are size 14 and above. And if you include the lower end of that spectrum, size 10 through 32, you're talking about 75% of the adult female population.
Holy cow. So that's 3/4 of the population. So you're seeing that space, and you're basically saying, look, women can rent clothes for what, $79 a month?
Yeah, there's a couple. There are a couple of different plans. The most popular one is our 3 plan, which allows you to have 3 items out at a time, and then you swap them as much as you can during the month.
So the thing is, I think women out there, they know that that people really don't shop or really don't care about brands in Middle America. I mean, they know they're not going to go to Sex and the City's, Metropolitan, gala, fashion gala, and people really don't identify. They don't really see, oh, you're wearing a Calvin Klein or a Donna Karan. How do you think Amazon is? There could be a weakness in Amazon's strategy here in the retail space for women?
So I think with Amazon, what you're seeing is a heavy move into private label. So the part that you mentioned in the beginning where brands are hesitant to work with Amazon, that's been there from the beginning. Now, they have been focusing on apparel quite a bit more over the last couple of years, but they've been doing it mainly from their own private label, making a bet on the fact that people don't care about brands.
So Amazon's developing its own labels, right?
Yes.
But the thing is, here's what's happening, I think, with Amazon. I think that women go there and they don't see great selection in terms of the clothes. And
actually,
you're stepping in with your own, rental of clothes.
I think the problem's a little different with Amazon is that the selection's overwhelming.
There's too many.
Yeah, no one wants to go through a catalog of tens of thousands of pieces of clothing looking for, even if it's a few hundred that you find that you like, it's such a small percentage relative to the whole. So without personalization and recommendation algorithms surfacing up to you what you might be interested in, it's way too overwhelming.
So you're constantly checking the market, right? I mean, you're a genius. You've got a mathematical mind. You see what women want in terms of their retail sense and their fashion sense, right? And so do you think that Amazon should basically, they basically about double the number of different retailers on their site within a year. Do you think they should cut that back and that could help them? I just think that, I don't know if women are going to Amazon, I know even to buy shoes or certain clothes. I think people start buying socks. They start in a little way and then they test drive it to go bigger. But I'm just not sure. I think Amazon has a weakness here with female shoppers.
I think they historically have not done well in the apparel space. They are making big investments into it. I mean, clothing and food are the 2 biggest necessities. Bezos has said this for a very long time. If you want to own retail, you have to own those 2 categories. No doubt they will do incredibly well in apparel. Anything they go after, they do that. The question is going to be, is it more really on a low-cost model, which mirrors their commodity goods, or is it going to be higher-end and brand-oriented, which they've had a really hard time with?
Right, because the higher-end brands, they don't like to be discounted on Amazon, and that's not what.
Well, and also you don't have control over the aesthetics, and you're mapped in with things that are $5 and things that are $500, and that's confusing.
You're coming up on a TV show, right?
I am.
Quickly,
yeah. Fashion Inc. It's airing on Lifetime starting October 20th.
Ooh, tune into that, Fashion Inc. Good to be with you, Christine Hunsaker. Thank you so much of Gwynnie Bee.